going on, guys? David here from Living for Growth, back with another video. Today I wanted to share with you 6 tips to help you incorporate more holistic health into your life for 2022. In a way, we can act like we're reinventing ourselves, but really we're getting a good grip on how to ground ourselves, how to stay focused, and how to be more mindful of our actions that we're going into for the new year. That way, we're able to really get the most out of life and be on our optimal path. So within that, let's get to it. And if you have any other questions or comments you want to share about next video or any topics you want to share, give me a shout. Thanks. All right, number 1 may come to no surprise to you given what's happened in this year and before, but really we're going to be wanting to sit in silence more often, meditating, getting out in nature, being able to be with our own thoughts. And holistic health is defined as being able to be more in contact with your physical, emotional, spiritual, intellectual, and emotional health. And if we can do that through our mental health, to just start with being able to take 5 minutes a day, even that, just to start that, and go with how it makes you feel and just jotting down how you felt during your session. So that really helps me to be able to be more centered as the day progresses. I've been able to give my body a chance to let go of all of my reactions that I may do when I wake up and I check my phone, or I may do a little bit of work or check my emails, and we're instantly putting ourselves into a reaction state. And we want to be able to be grounded in ourselves and start with a quiet mind. A quiet mind is a intellectual mind. So start with that, and I think that that's going to really help your day just fly by with less stress, more calm, and being able to be more reasonable. So now that we know that having a quiet mind equals a calm mind, a very much intellectual mind, we can start to look into how our writings and our actions towards our jotting down of our journals or our work that we do, how are we feeling within that? Are we stressed when we type? Do we have a hard time just sitting down to write out our thoughts? So I call this sparring with ourselves, and I feel that when we are able to get inside of our heads and actually release that, again, it could be through the work that you do, some creative pursuits that you do, maybe you paint, maybe you write, whatever it may be. I like to journal. I do it every morning, and I try to be able to notice how easy is this for me to get out of my head? How do I feel about what I'm writing down? Is this very much negative talk? Is this more positive talk? So this is going to help challenge your intellectual mind to be able to put you into a better spot for, again, the day ahead. When we sit in silence, when we can learn to have a journal or something that we can just write down just to get it out of our heads, we can let go of the thoughts that are holding us back, that those doubts, those fears, the anxieties that we hold, that's actually able to be released. We're trying to release that energy to be able to be more grounded within ourselves. So get the negative energy out, put it into a piece of work that you do, writing, etc. And yeah, follow that up with your silence of your meditation, maybe in nature, something like that. That would be great. Okay, following the silence and the sparring with ourselves during our journals or our work, we can start to challenge ourselves with our physical bodies. And of course, this is something I'm used to. This is what started with my whole holistic health journey, just trying to see what my physical limitations could be. But this is really going to help us to challenge ourselves in other ways. So I don't care if it's physical, spiritual, mental, whatever. I want to challenge myself spiritually by going to a Reiki healing session, seeing what somebody else has to say about my work or my perspective. I want to give my thoughts out on an article that I think, so I'm going to go post it on Facebook or Instagram. That's another way of challenging ourselves in a way. It was like, what is that uncomfortable feeling or event that I just don't want to do? That uncomfortable event is something that is within our soul, that it wants us to come closer to it. It wants us to greet it and be more comfortable with the uncomfortable feeling, you know? So that's challenging ourselves, however that may be. But for me, I love rock climbing, being able to practice my critical thinking skills and learning what holes doesn't work and what holes do. And same thing with lifting. I've been lifting for almost 8-9 years, and I love to push myself in different ways and how I can go back to that same lift that I do and do it just a little bit better. Same thing with anything that you feel that's uncomfortable for you, do that more often, and that's going to push you in that direction that you want to go to be more within yourself for the year ahead. Tip number 4 I have for you guys is following this up with all of these other habits that are incorporating all of these challenges and harder things that we want to master and do better at. We need to do the same thing for our internal bodies. We need to heal that within eating right for our bodies. What I mean by this is we see all over the media that one diet is going to be perfect for this body type, or this is going to be perfect for this type of person that is type A and can do it no matter what and never fails. That's just not true, because as many people as I've seen who have done low carb diets, vegan diets, paleo diets, whatever, they always fail because they didn't have that deep why to continue to eat that way, because that's what they enjoyed. So eating right for your body means to enjoy what you're eating and knowing that what you are consuming is giving you the fuel that you need to be able to do more of these things. Meditating and sitting in silence, sparring with yourself within your journal or your work, and being able to get that self-criticism out, and also challenging yourself physically. Obviously, if I eat something that isn't going to be right for me, I'm gonna feel it pretty soon afterwards, and I'm not gonna wanna lift anything heavy. So that's what I mean. Eat right for your body, and you're going to see dividends back within that. Right. The 5th tip I have for you is to know when your biggest energy peaks are and when your biggest energy dips are. And you can do this through having these sort of rhythms in your body. So for me, my best peak of work is within 10:30 to about 2. And so that's when I am able to get the most amount of critical thinking done, hard work, deep work done. And otherwise, if I'm encouraging a dip around maybe 1 to 3, I'm probably going to be doing something to challenge my body and get those endorphins to put me into a better space. And also, another terrible habit that I know that we all have is not getting off the phone when we know that we should. And this is interrupting that energy peak that you may have, but maybe we're just concerned with what's going on in the media or the news. And it's totally valid, but we need to have that strict, okay, no phone after this time. I'm gonna set a timer for this allotted app time, whatever that may be, to help you put yourself in a better rhythm. What I do personally, I like to get on my phone twice a day, most of the time, especially if it's a busier day. So that may look like starting out with not getting on the phone within the first hour or 2 when I wake up, just focusing on that silence, getting into myself better. And then within that, I can check my emails, I'll do my client work. And then whenever I'm done, I'm going to do more of that same holistic health protocols, because the moment that I go suck myself into media, it's going to lead me down a path of least resistance. I'm just not going to want to do anything. So let me know if you guys feel the same way. just wanting to see what's up in the world, but then we're just stuck into a hole and we don't really know what to do about that. And that's okay. So just set those parameters, whether it's 2, 3, 4 times a day. Just know what's the maximum amount of times that I need to be being distracted within these high vibration points of my day where I have the most energy. I want to give value, I want to give love and spread joy to people. So don't let yourself be distracted with something that could be beneficial for your growth. All right, guys, the final tip I have for you is to be okay with being quirky, silly, not normal. Because when you look into what's going on in the world and you see this chaotic mess that the world is, do you really expect to see all these people that are normal going through what we're going through right now? If anything, your gift within you, inside of you, that's your weird. I would love for you to own your weird. And I got this off the book of Own Your Weird. It's a really good read, and it really helped me to instinctivize of not caring about what other people may think. I know that they may have opinions, but they're not my opinions. They're mine, and yours are also just as special as mine. So that's what this community is for. And hopefully within these weeks and months and years that this is going to be proliferating within this community, we're able to let go of those doubts and those little bitty fears that may hold us back from sharing that one little thing to the comment section or to the Discord section of where your best friends are or the people that you connect with most. There's a reason that you go on there a lot of times during the day. It's because you vibe well with them, you connect well. So within finding your tribe and your community, hopefully it's going to be this, we can learn to let go of those worries. Like, there's no need to have any of those, especially when the world's already a mess. So why don't we just own our weird and be okay with being a little bit quirky, you know? That's your gift. So go and spread that. Whew, that was a lot. No, just kidding. Hopefully this helped you within your journey to end the year strong and going into 2022. Honestly, a year of the unknown. We don't really know what's going to happen, but I do know as an optimist and somebody that really does believe in human growth and change that we're here for the long term. So anything that can help you to get more into yourself, more grounded, more mindful, and more focused on what you're going after, especially for this whole year ahead, I want to help you with that. So comment below on anything that you thought was interesting about this video and what your practices are to keep yourself grounded and within your holistic health journey. Within that, I'll see you in the next video. Blessings. Love you all.